My favourite historical fact about the hospital is the actual start of it, the idea of it being created. Charles II, seeing that King Louis XIV had started the Hotel Invalids for his ex-soldiers in Paris, and brought the idea here to England, and had a long time raising money, and eventually 10 years later here it is.
When the hospital opened its doors, all the fire and the cooking was done with coal. The coal came from the northeastern coalfields, down the North Sea, up the Thames, and there'd been a creek built, which was eventually called Coal Creek, which ended up at Creek Gate, and the hospital was provided by its coal.
The event I'm most looking forward to is the talk by our Governor, General Adrian Bradshaw. He's given a talk on Ukraine. The man is ex-Deputy Secretary of Europe, and is very well versed in what's going on currently, and we'll get a far better outlook of it than we will get from the media.
Chelsea at war. The many wars and conflicts over the centuries that the hospital hasn't been involved in, I believe it's going to be very interesting.
My favourite historical object at the hospital are the cannons that we have here, in particular the ones on the east side, which are 4 French cannons that were captured at the Battle of Waterloo.
Charles II, the statue of Charles II, it moved from one of the palaces to the hospital, and seeing as Charles II was the founder of the hospital, it's in its rightful place.
The highlight of any tour here at the Royal Hospital has got a twin really. It's got to be the Great Hall and the Wren Chapel. Out of the two, the Great Hall. Magnificent building, has so much history on the walls there, depicting the battles and battle honours won by the British Army in those years. Plus there's magnificent painting on the wall done by Antonio Verrio.
I tend to agree with that, the Great Hall and the Chapel, but I'd also include Figure Court and the gardens.
I think history is important because it's us. It's where we all came from. We cannot change history. It's happened, whether good and bad, and we can't change the bad. We have to learn to live with it and learn from it. History gives us the way forward in our lives, in all walks of life.
History, it's all in the past. We've got to learn from it and move on from the past and look to the future.